Skip this and you're manually deploying while everyone else has automated it. But when it comes to troubleshooting Kubernetes pod failures, even the most automated setups can fall short if you don't know how to debug them effectively. A real-world scenario that illustrates this is when a Linux admin finds multiple pods in CrashLoopBackOff in production. This situation can arise due to a variety of reasons such as incorrect container configuration, insufficient resources, or network policy issues. What it does, Kubernetes provides a robust set of tools and commands to troubleshoot pod failures and network issues. The kubectl command line tool is the primary interface for interacting with a Kubernetes cluster, allowing administrators to inspect and debug their deployments. Understanding how to use kubectl effectively is crucial for identifying and resolving issues in a Kubernetes environment. Command, example. Breaking it down, when troubleshooting pod failures, the first step is to identify the pods that are experiencing issues. The kubectl get pods command provides a list of all pods in the current namespace along with their status. A pod in the CrashLoopBackOff state indicates that it is repeatedly crashing and Kubernetes is backing off the restart interval to prevent overwhelming the system. The kubectl describe pod command offers detailed information about a pod's configuration, including its containers, volumes, and network policies. This command can help identify configuration issues that might be causing the pod to crash. Analyzing the logs of the containers within a pod is crucial for understanding the cause of the crash. The kubectl logs command allows you to retrieve the logs of a container. By examining the logs, you can identify error messages or patterns that indicate the root cause of the failure. Common mistakes. A common mistake when troubleshooting pod failures is not checking the pod's configuration and logs thoroughly. Administrators might overlook critical details, such as incorrect environment variables, insufficient resources, or network policy restrictions, which can lead to prolonged downtime and diagnostic efforts. Another mistake is not leveraging Kubernetes built-in debugging tools effectively. For example, using kubectl exec to execute commands inside a container can provide valuable insights into the container's runtime environment and help identify issues that are not apparent from the logs alone. Try this next. To further debug network issues, you can use the kubectl command to inspect network policies and pod-to-pod communication. For instance, you can use kubectl get network policies to list all network policies in the current namespace and kubectl describe network policy to get detailed information about a specific network policy. Additionally, using tools like kubectl port forward can help in debugging services by allowing you to access a service from your local machine as if it were exposed. Pro tip. In production environments, it's essential to implement comprehensive monitoring and logging solutions to quickly identify and respond to pod failures and network issues. Utilizing tools like Prometheus and Grafana for monitoring, and Fluentd or Logstash for log collection and analysis, can significantly enhance your ability to debug and resolve issues efficiently. By integrating these tools into your Kubernetes workflow, you can automate the detection of pod failures and network issues, ensuring that your applications remain highly available and performant.